Hey guys. Mark Latham is an absolute boss. I love his honest and no bullshit approach to topics. In this video, Mark is debating inequities and differences between males and females in society. Even though he is making great points, he triggers a feminist who just won't have it, and then a beta male comes to her rescue. Enjoy the video.
In the variations of a market economy,
but Mark,
2%
you and
is
your
nothing
statistics,
compared to 200%.
You're narrowing it to university graduates there in order to get a statistic which is not borne out by the greater society.
Yeah, but
no,
in your statistics, they're women who are choosing to work fewer hours, Andrew. You're just playing wrong.
I don't think that's always the case.
We need to go back over this statistical analysis again. Do you want,
aside from the statistics, let's look at the notion that women over the past 40 years, we are better educated, which means we have more financial freedom. We don't need a man like we may have needed a couple of decades ago. Do you think there's any truth to the argument that perhaps men feel sort of threatened because they no longer have that power or do you think there's any...
No, I think the average man's doing quite fine. They ignore most of the left feminist claptrap. They ignore people like Van, who are a very, very minority interest in our society. She's a self-declared anarchist, way, way on the extreme left of politics, representing perhaps 0.001% of thought in Australia. So she's safely ignored. The real issue for men is, can they keep up in the education system? At the moment, among university graduates leaving every year, 40% are male, 60% are female, a massive advance for women in this country. And when you look at the bottom of society, when you get away from Van's debate about women like her, because left feminism is essentially selfish. Can I speak, Andrew, without you being a participant? Are you a participant in this show or a host? Are you a professional host or a participant?
I'm trying to get to the bottom of the issue, but you try and insult the other guests.
Are you the host of this program, professional and cool?
Or a host of this program?
You should declare what you're doing at the beginning of the segment. You should declare your interest at the beginning of the segment. Because I can tell you, the viewers had a gutful of you having a bet each way. Pretending you're a host, but really being a left-wing participant in the debate.
I am trying to get to the bottom of the issue. I have no doubt that there are
some... You're defending Van because I made a valid point.
Storm,
no, you didn't,
please.
Mark.
I have no doubt that there are some legitimate concerns that men have about certain issues. Now, you talk about, there being more graduates than women than men. Great, okay, legitimate concern. Okay, we talk about the family law system, apparently these days, being skewed away from men in favour of women.
Just Van,
please. To create inequitable results. And these are worth exploring. And also but do you need to run down feminism in order to explore those issues?
No, you don't.
I'm running down Van.
Okay, well, why don't we try and keep away from personal attacks?
Can I defend myself, please, or is a man going to speak over me about me?
Oh, you're trying to speak over us as ever.
Yes, you are speaking over me, Mark.
You're
proving my point, Mark. You're not even letting me talk about myself. Now, I've known you for 20 years.
No, you haven't.
I met you when I was an undergraduate at the University of Wollongong.
Well,
you know for a fact I'm from a working class family from the suburbs of Sydney, and I write about that in my work all the time. You have to deal with the fact, Mark, that your position is the extremist one. I'm from the suburbs. I'm state school. I'm University of Wollongong, and I'm a feminist commentator who's pointed out the fact that women are discriminated against in this society. Let's talk about those trains and the need for safe carriages.
Van, can you just give us a moment?
On a train when you were a teenager? Because I was.
Excuse me, Van. I mean with respect to all of you, but I think personal attacks not very helpful at this stage.
I called the train about 20 years ago. The practicality on the 11:30
Mark,
train.
good on you with your personal attacks. Good on you, mate.
Notice how the beta male tries to insult Mark and then immediately looks towards the females sitting next to him for validation, hoping they will smile or laugh. Watch carefully, he does it again right away.
Good to see you sticking to the topic again.
Well, I am sticking to the topic. It just shows how little you know about the practicalities of life in the suburbs, because the idea that
I don't live in a suburb, I live in a cloud.
No, you live in cloud cuckoo land, absolutely. So look, the point is that if you're on the 11:30 train out of the city and there's a women's only carriage and you're a bad bloke who wants to do damage, well, you go straight in. You're not going to respect the pink colour.
That's a really insightful comment, Mark. Good on you.
Thank you for giving us a chance to have
Get out of your limo, pal.
It's so nice to have a constructive debate. Thanks, Mark. Well, listen, Miranda, thank you. And thank you, Van. Thank you, Rory, for your insights. And thank you, Mark, for your entertainment.
The colour pink's going to protect you. Well, thanks for your objectivity, Andrew. Maybe next week you can go back to being a proper professional host instead of participant. If you want to participate, declare that at the start of the segment, and you might get a lot more respect from the viewers.
And once again, I'm finding myself doing time out on these ones.
Dale.
Okay, thank you so much.